Ancient Roman mosaics represent one of antiquity's most vibrant art forms, transforming floors and walls into enduring tapestries of color and narrative. Originating in the Hellenistic period and brought to full technical and aesthetic maturity by Roman craftsmen, these mosaics employed tesserae, small cubes of stone, glass, or ceramic, meticulously set into mortar to create intricate geometric patterns, mythological scenes, and portraits of daily life. Wealthy patrons commissioned mosaics for private villas as a display of status, while public baths, basilicas, and temples featured grand mosaic floors that celebrated Rome's imperial power and cultural sophistication. Roman mosaic artists mastered a range of techniques, from simple opus tessellatum, regularly arranged cubes, to the delicate opus vermiculatum, in which tiny tesserae followed the contours of figures like brushstrokes. Luxurious materials such as colored marble, smalty, opaque glass, and even gold leaf imbued their work with brilliance and depth. Popular themes included Dionysian revelries, marine creatures, hunting expeditions, and allegories of the seasons, each carefully chosen to reflect the owner's identity and aspirations. Surviving examples in Pompeii, North Africa, and across the former empire attest to the durability and adaptability of Roman mosaics. Beyond their decorative function, these works offer modern viewers a window into ancient aesthetics, social values, and technical ingenuity, cementing Roman mosaics' place as a cornerstone of Western artistic heritage.
Искусство мозаики на стенах зданий из камней римляне почерпнули у греков, практикующие этот метод украшения зданий со II века до нашей эры. Эстетика Римской империи складывалась во многом из сочетания эллинистических традиций, геометрической пропорциональности и визуальной сбалансированности произведений искусства и архитектуры с одной стороны, и имперских амбиций, диктующих пафосность, помпезность, роскошество и отражение глобальности римской политики и значимости римской аристократии. Роскошные частные виллы и общественные дворцы требовали интересного и вместе с тем практичного декора, сочетающего красочность и доступность. Расцвет этого направления пришелся на период успешных военных походов Цезаря и Октавиана Августа, когда империя богатела за счет сбора контрибуций. В древнеримское государство призвали из Греции мастеров для работы и обучения подмастерьев. Сначала римская мозаика складывалась из цельной гальки. Такая техника получила название варварская. Усовершенствование обработки камней позволило использовать для изображения вырезанные ровные фрагменты камней, за счет чего картины становились все более четкими. Кроме гальки использовались также полудрагоценные камни, мрамор, известняк, щебень и стекло. Стекло, вследствие дешевизны и эффектности, стало наиболее распространенным материалом для выполнения изображений. Оно использовалось при создании потолочных, настенных и напольных мозаичных картин. произведения искусства украшают храмы богов и дворцы патрициев. От использования естественного материала мозаичные мастера перешли к кусочкам колотого камня с ровной поверхностью скола. Это привело к образованию новой техники набора мозаики opus tessellatum, что означает плиточный. Также позднее стали называть кубики цветной смальты. Мастеров наборных полов именовали тесселариями, а их работу также секстильной работой. Постепенно из мозаик исчезли округлые галечные камни. Рисунок мозаик усложнялся, швы между элементами минимизировались, поверхность готовых мозаик шлифовалась, и opus tessellatum стал классической римской мозаикой. Открытие стекольных технологий и появление первых цветных смальт обогатило эту технику новыми возможностями использования цвета, а также световых бликов на поверхности стекла, сделав мозаичные композиции красочными и выразительными. При прямом наборе элементы мозаики вдавливались в грунт, основание исследовалось на прочность и выявлялись все дефекты, чтобы оно было крепким, несущим, сухим, а также ровным и очищенным от средств, уменьшающих сцепление, чтобы перед началом укладки мозаики визуально поверхность была ровной, без наплывов, ямок и трещин, а также сухой и прогрунтованной. Совершенствование технологий и материалов развило новую технику под названием opus vermiculatum. В этой технике набор осуществлялся маленькими элементами, что позволяло наиболее точно отобразить все живописные нюансы. Эта техника позволила создавать художественные мозаики картины. Техника vermiculatum была очень трудоемкой и более дорогой. Поэтому мозаики были не более 1-2 квадратных метров. Художественные технологии использовали не только принцип уменьшения мозаичного элемента, но и максимальное использование фактуры и цвета. Из стремления сэкономить дорогостоящий цветной камень родилась дорогая, но великолепная по возможности техника opus sectile. Мозаиками такого уровня украшали самые величественные помещения. Картины выкладывали из тонких пластинок натурального камня. Такие мозаичные картины отличались красочностью и естественностью рисунка.
Ancient Roman mosaics stand among the most celebrated decorative arts of antiquity, adorning floors, walls, and ceilings across the vast territories of the Roman Empire. Born of earlier Hellenistic traditions, Roman mosaic making reached unprecedented technical and aesthetic heights between the 1st century BC and the 4th century AD, reflecting both local tastes and imperial ambitions. Utilizing tesserae, small, uniformly cut cubes of stone, ceramic, glass, or even precious metals, Roman artisans could fashion images of remarkable detail, depth, and vibrancy. At the foundation of Roman mosaic art lay two principal techniques. Opus tessellatum employed larger tesserae, typically arranged in regular grids, to create bold geometric patterns, borders, and simpler figurative scenes. In contrast, opus vermiculatum used minuscule tesserae, often fewer than 4 mm per side, laid in flowing worm-like lines that followed the contours of a figure or design, producing almost painterly shading and subtle gradations of color. A composite approach, known as opus sectile, involved cutting larger pieces of colored marble or glass into precise shapes to form figurative motifs, much like a jigsaw puzzle, and was often used for monumental panels or imperial commissions. Subject matter ranged widely. In private villas, patrons chose scenes that reflected their personal interests or aspirations. Bacchic processions celebrating the wine god, hunting tableaus teeming with leaping deer and pursuing dogs, marine life rendered in luminous blues and greens, mythological narratives featuring gods and heroes, and allegories of the seasons or the four elements. Public buildings, baths, basilicas, and civic halls displayed mosaics celebrating Rome's power, displaying eagles and trophies or commemorating local benefactors. The later Christian era saw mosaics in cathedrals and baptisteries transformed into sacred narratives, Christ's miracles, saints' lives, and symbolic imagery such as the fish and the Good Shepherd. Materials played a crucial role in the visual impact of these works. Native marbles, white from Carrara, red from Numidia, green from Thessaly, provided a richly variegated palette. Smalty, opaque glass tesserae often backed with gold leaf, imbued ceilings and domes with a heavenly radiance. In North Africa, local glass and ceramic fragments were pressed into service, yielding vibrant, jewel-like floors. Tesserae were set into a carefully prepared mortar bed in successive layers, allowing for precise adjustment of angle and depth so that light would catch each surface differently, creating a dynamic interplay of shine and shadow. Excavations at Pompeii, Herculaneum, and Oplontis have revealed exquisite villa floor mosaics preserved by Mount Vesuvius's ash, while sites in Ravenna, Sant'Apollinare Nuovo and San Vitoli demonstrate the height of late antique and early Byzantine Christian mosaic art, where narrative clarity and luminous backgrounds coalesce in spiritual effect. Meanwhile, provincial centers from Anch to Carthage, London to Leptis Magna, attest to the local adaptation of imperial fashions, blending Roman iconography with indigenous motifs. Beyond their aesthetic achievements, Roman mosaics provide invaluable windows into society, economy, and technology. The procurement and transport of exotic marbles and colored glass illustrate long-distance trade networks. The hiring of specialized workshop teams reflects sophisticated labor organization, and the thematic choices of patrons reveal contemporary values, religious beliefs, and social status. As these works have survived, sometimes in fragmentary form, their restoration and display in museums around the world continue to inspire admiration and scholarly study. Ancient Roman mosaics are masterpieces of craftsmanship and design, embodying the empire's cosmopolitan spirit and technical ingenuity. Their tessellated visions, ranging from playful cupids to solemn saints, from intricate geometric labyrinths to vast imperial panoramas, remain a testament to an art form that, through stone and glass, captured the light, life, and aspirations of a world that still resonates with us today.
The mosaic of Christ from Hilton Street Mary stands as a profound testament to the transformative power of early Christian art within the late Roman world. As one of the earliest known pictorial representations of Christ in a liturgical context, it crystallizes a pivotal moment when the nascent church appropriated imperial visual language, halos, frontal poses, majestic drapery, to convey a new theological truth. The Hilton mosaics, carefully graded tesserae, drawn from a palette of deep cobalt blues, verdant greens, and gleaming golds, not only create an arresting portrait but also serve to underscore Christ's dual nature as both human and divine. This work embodies the technical ingenuity of late antique workshops, where artisans mastered the interplay of light and perspective through minute adjustments in tessera size and angle. The shimmering gold background, in particular, transforms the church wall into a window onto the heavenly realm, inviting worshippers to contemplate the mystery of the Incarnation. Meanwhile, the dignified solemnity of Christ's gaze, calm yet penetrating, establishes a direct, almost intimate connection between viewer and Savior, prefiguring the devotional practices of Byzantine icon veneration. Historically, the Hilton Street Mary mosaic reflects the broader social and religious shifts catalyzed by Christianity's legalization and eventual imperial endorsement in the 4th century. No longer confined to clandestine catacombs, sacred imagery now adorned public worship spaces, signaling the faith's triumphal emergence. As such, the mosaic encapsulates the negotiation between continuity and innovation. It retains classical compositional conventions while reorienting their purpose towards a Christian narrative. Today, the survival of the Hilton Street Mary mosaic, despite centuries of structural alterations, environmental challenges, and changing liturgical fashions, speaks to its enduring resonance. For modern observers, it offers not only a rare visual link to the dreams and devotions of early Christians but also a reminder that art can serve as both doctrine and devotion. In its tessellated surface, we encounter a dialogue across time, between artisan and patron, congregation and creed, earthbound craftsmanship and transcendent hope. Roman mosaics stand as enduring monuments to the artistic ambition, technical mastery, and cultural diversity of the ancient Mediterranean world. From the private dining rooms of Companion villas to the vast basilicas of Constantinople, these tessellated floors and wall panels transformed ordinary architectural surfaces into vibrant narratives of mythology, daily life, and imperial power. Through the combined use of opus tessellatum, opus vermiculatum, and opus sectile, Roman craftsmen exploited a rich palette of marbles, colored glass, and precious metals to achieve remarkable illusions of depth, texture, and luminosity, qualities that continue to captivate modern viewers. Beyond their decorative splendor, mosaics reveal much about the economic and social networks of the Roman Empire. The sourcing of exotic stones from quarries in North Africa, Greece, and Asia Minor, the production of smalty and vitreous tesserae in workshops across the provinces, and the employment of specialized teams of masons and artists all attest to a highly organized industry driven by elite patronage and imperial ambition. Iconographic choices, whether depicting Dionysian revels, hunting scenes, or early Christian iconography, reflect both individual taste and broader shifts in religious and cultural identity over the centuries. The archaeological rediscovery of mosaic pavements in sites such as Pompeii, Antioch, and Ravenna has not only enriched our understanding of ancient domestic and public life but has also inspired revivalist movements in later European art and design. Today, conservation efforts strive to preserve these fragile treasures in situ and in museum settings, ensuring that the iridescent play of light across countless tesserae continues to tell stories of antiquity for generations to come. Ultimately, Roman mosaics embody the empire's capacity to blend artistic innovation with social meaning. They remind us that art in antiquity was never merely ornamental but served as a dynamic medium for communication, status display, and spiritual expression. As both historical documents and aesthetic masterpieces, these mosaics maintain their power to inform, delight, and inspire, solidifying their place as one of Rome's most significant and lasting contributions to Western art.